Good morning. It's a pretty important day. Today we're taking the giveaway Civic, sealing and painting the bay, and it's kind of important because Honda never did that. Actually, a lot of car companies didn't do it. We have a cat. Look. Black cat. It's bad luck. Anyway, if you haven't entered for your chance to win the Civic, link is in the description, tommyfyeah.com. Every entry with the Pleasure Evo merch from now until Sunday, which I think is Saturday at midnight, enters you for the MATCO tool cart. Only the Pleasure Evo merch. It also, though, enters you for the Civic. That was kind of some confusion. Multipliers don't go to the tool cart. Every order is just one entry for the tool cart. We're just doing it that way. Anyway, so today's important. We're painting the bay. Honda never did it. Nissan never did it. They never cleared it. The bay was beautiful in our Civic, but we do bays. We want that engine to pop. We want everything to look good, so we're painting the bay. We're clearing the bay, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty stoked. So the filmer is going to film TJ doing that, and then we'll talk about it. All right, as you just saw, TJ just painted the bay, and it looks gangster. I'm gonna go look at it. I only saw it through the door, but this is my first view of it, and it looks sick. This came out perfect. That heat lamp is warm, boy. So this is a pretty cool move. We had to actually chain the harness up because you can't take it out. It's all integrated. We couldn't take out the rear brake lines because they go all the way to the back, so we taped those off. The whole bay has been painted and looks glossy as hell. And now TJ is taping off so we can do the undercoating in the wheel wells. We are still doing that even though we're using the original fender liners. We want this car is gonna be like OEM plus. We're not running crazy wide wheels and tires, so I think we'll be okay. And we just got an awesome delivery that we can get into right now. And I know we talked about it and we are doing it. We got the conies with ground controls. Ground controls are here, conies are here. So the suspension is going together. Josh is on the press over there and he is pressing the pieces on that we need to use all these parts in our Civic. I was really confused on what to buy. I hope I bought the right thing. Josh, did I buy the right thing? Yeah. I bought it for a 94 to 01 Integra, but it also said Civic, but it said not Type R. But we're not really using any Type R parts in this space, correct?
No, so the only issues or things that I needed, so these are what retain this in, we call it like the knuckle or the fork or whatever that bolts to the lower arm.
They're a different diameter, right? Because they go anywhere from like 40 or 51 to 55 or something like that?
They were the same, like the two pieces. But
okay.
The difference is the old ones had like super rusty, shitty clamps that retain the brake lines, and the stock shit had they're part of this. So I decided to use those and not these.
Okay. But, so where are those from?
These were from the things that we got that had the painter's tape and shit.
But where are the new ones from? The original car?
Yeah, the original car.
Okay,
so
cool.
I pressed off the original one, so it's all OE.
Okay, cool. And then we're not using any of this.
Nope.
Just that upper.
Just the upper arm.
And we got all those bushings. We got all that stuff. So this is going to be super cool. We'll have all fresh suspension. And it's like, I'm going to call it period correct because back when I used to build Hondas, there wasn't like coilovers you could buy.
No.
It was literally ground controls, conies. There was Skunk 2 made springs. H&R just made springs.
I had a Vogtlins, the purple ones, or like Vogtlins.
What year was that?
That was 2009. But that was all there was for a Prelude.
Right, so my shit was 03.
There you go.
Yeah, they had new speed. We ran new speed on shit.
It's sick. Yeah, this is a stock spring front.
It's kind of a big boy.
Big fucker. There you go.
So that's the difference, and the spring rate accounts for that difference. So we also got the brakes. Where are the brakes? Yeah, so we got brand new calipers, but they came like different finishes kind of. So Josh painted them with caliper paint.
Yep.
Wow, that looks fucking sick. We got all this stuff zinced. We cleaned the brake nuts, like I told you, tube nuts, like I told you.
This is assembled.
Cleaned the proportioning valve, and I was wrong. I just was unsure. I thought always SIs came with ABS. So I was like, this has got to have ABS, but I think later ones came with ABS. So this car doesn't have ABS, but it does have a proportioning valve. That's kind of annoying. So
you know what sucks? So like we pulled everything to zinc, right, to do it right. The way that they pinned this caliper, this is the new one versus this one. They're the same exact part. So we have an opposite one that we cannot use with the spring we cannot use. So we have to use the silver zinc with the gold.
It still looks cool.
It's fine, yeah, but this is all good. I got pads in these.
So these are all loaded, ready to go.
Brand new sliders, everything works. So
these will go on the car. So we assemble the suspension like it is on the floor, and then just bolt it right up.
And then all our rotors we got, which are sick because they're coated.
Centric coated rotors, so they're like powder coated, so they can't rust in the weird areas like the veins. And then we've got this. We have ARP hardware for these. So Josh will be pressing that in, and we have these that still need to be cleaned up to get powder coated. So these are all getting powder coated. The knuckles are getting powder coated. The brake shields are getting powder coated.
Then we've got all that good shit for the rears that we had zinc. So,
that's sick.
Boom. And these are like the little safety bolts that go through here.
Cool. I'm stoked.
Yeah.
So shout out to our zinc guys. They got us our stuff in. Like it was done the day we dropped it off, which is awesome. So we are right on schedule to get this car back together. My goal is this week. We are missing a few parts, and I'm just frantically overnighting things because that's what I do. You don't know this. You can't really, I mean, you can plan for this with tons of research, but there's like more than just tons of research because of the way the parts fit together. It's kind of a nightmare, but I think we're good. I think we're sitting pretty. We are going to replace the radiator with a coil, just for the cooling factor, as long as it's a stock fitment coil, because we do want to run AC. So this is our current graveyard of old Civic parts that we're going to try to clean all this stuff up and get it ready to go back in the car. Shouldn't be too bad.
Glam shots.
Alrighty, so as you just saw, the bay has been getting assembled. Came out awesome, and it's getting even better every moment. Josh is putting some stuff on now, and god dang, it's coming together nice. Like I said, we couldn't replace all the lines. We blasted what we could, left the rest in. This is working perfectly. And Ben just has been, Bengina, fucking with the powder coater. Our first batch, our first real batch has come out, and it's better than I could have ever expected. So the subframe and the rear trailing arms, the spacers, all that looks awesome. It's gonna come together pretty quickly now. I think we have enough parts to, when we can get it rolling, we can put the suspension on. This is sick. We can put the brakes on.
Yeah.
This is gonna be cool.
This is like really complicated because I didn't tear this bay apart, so like all I have is a couple of photos, and it's like the way everything overlaps and shit.
And it's not a GTR.
No, like those are actually easier with the brake line layout.
Yeah, the brake line sucked. I remember doing the Evo 5 and it was just like this. It sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked, but we're getting there. Josh replaced some of the hardware with some Skyline stuff, so you call that an upgrade. We didn't have zinc nuts for these, but now we do.
Also Skyline?
That's also Skyline. So now, the big test is, will we be able to get the engine in and get this ready? I've been in talks with a good tuner. His name is Brent. He's a homie. He drove the Miata. You guys remember him? Brent from PFI. We're talking about flying him out next week, having him tune this thing. Even though it's not too outrageous, tune would never hurt, and we just gotta get that engine in. So I forgot to mention what we're missing. We're missing the GSR brake master cylinder, which is larger. We are missing an AC. What are we missing? An AC
compressor?
The compressor, just a compressor. We have the bracket. We got the intake to work, which I was super stoked on. Everyone was like, oh, you need a different intake. Nope. This one works good. Waiting on some gaskets. Josh did the timing belt. Power steering pump came in. Josh rebuilt that and prettied that up. So
that was the worst looking power steering pump I've ever seen.
So what do we need now? We got the ECU in today.
Yep.
The first ECU. We're gonna go with a chipped P28, which is our original ECU.
We have a virgin one.
So what's that mean? It's not chipped.
It's not socketed.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that good?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
We can do it.
Right.
I've done it like 10 years ago.
So, and I'm sure Brent can do it.
Yeah. I'm sure he's done it like a million times.
So, but right now we'll be able to start it with the Del Sol B16A3 ECU.
So once this gasket comes in, I can put the manifold on. And,
okay. But the engine, can the engine go in tomorrow?
Yeah.
Sick. So tomorrow, this engine will be in.
Yeah, first thing, steering rack done. This goes in. I can finish all the lines that are impossible to do with the engine in.
So you can put this in today?
When he's done with the hardware.
Oh, he's doing the hardware?
That's the like first thing to do.
It's warm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm going to end the video there. If I am, if you haven't ever had a chance to win the Civic, links in the description, tommyfyeah.com. Maybe I'll end this there, and tomorrow's video will be the engine going in. We're missing a T-bracket for the rear.
Yep.
We're missing the brake master. The map sensor we're going to put in the tube.
Air temp.
Air temp, that's what I meant. And what else?
Alternator plug I have to change.
Yep. Plug wires.
Yep.
Exhaust manifold gasket.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to end the video there. So, if you haven't had a chance to win the B16 OEM Plus Civic Honda giveaway, links in the description, tommyfyeah.com. Any merch from now until Sunday at midnight or Saturday at midnight, I forget, and I will correct that, enters you for a chance to win the MATCO tool cart. It'll probably be Sunday at midnight. And that's it. I'll see you boys tomorrow, where hopefully, hey, we got an order. Let's see who it is. Shout out Jesse Fitzgerald. Hell yeah. Bye, boys.